All right, welcome back to the Pitch Clock. This is baseball debate at game speed, and that means there's no wasted time. I'm your host, Connor Nelson, and with that, excited to bring on a very brand new guest. This is a former college baller and the voice of the Florence Y'alls, Rory. Rory, how are you doing today? Rory, no known last name to this point, guys. He's a new guest, so we're not revealing too much information. So it's just going to be Rory today for episode number one.
I'm doing good, Connor. This is the first time we're actually meeting, so this is a lot of fun. I'm really excited. What a great idea the pitch clock is, and I just wanted to be a part of it right away, and excited to be on here.
Yep. Rory was referred to us by a friend, and he even reached out directly because he was seeing our buddy Richie on the channel spitting out some interesting takes. So Rory wanted to make sure that he got his voice heard. So hey, if anybody is feeling the same way, hit us up on social medias. We'll get you on. But just like that, I think we're ready. We got three topics for you today, Rory. If you're ready to jump into it.
I am ready, and I want to say, Richie, you can kind of feel in some of his answers. I felt like myself just talking through Richie with some of those Phillies takes he was taking. So excited to
Ah,
get on here and talk about some
all
stuff.
right. Maybe Rich needs to get a mind of his own. It sounds like start watching some more baseball. But anyways, the WBC's hot right now, and we're going to get this pitch clock started right away. So, Rory, I'm wondering, there's been a lot of great players in the tournament so far, but who's one guy who's really surprised you the most?
Yeah, there's been, like you said, a lot of good ones. And just kind of looking at the stats, I think the biggest one right now for me is Junior Caminero. Yeah, he's already a star, but at this point, he's kind of like the heartbeat of that Dominican Republic team. They have Vladdy, Juan Soto. He's hitting 517 with 2 home runs. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I like him too, man. I wasn't sure who you were going to pull out of the hat here because, like you said, there's so many names, but he's been a dude I've loved to watch in the box for the last couple of seasons with the Rays, and I'm scared of the Rays this season. And if he's playing like this in the regular season, it's really going to be scary.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. I'll throw out a hot take for you. End of the season, he's going to be a top three East player, and he might not be three. He might be two. I don't think anyone takes over Aaron Judge, but I'd love to see him outtake Vladdy there.
I could totally see it because I've heard the Miguel Cabrera comps. I didn't quite see it early on, and I'm not saying this is a diss, but you could see him gaining a little bit of size each season, and I could see him transitioning even more and more into that full on power hitter body. That would be really crazy.
Really cool. Really cool.
All right. So we got that covered. I like the Junior Caminero pick. The DR is looking scary. They could definitely make a run to the end. So, but let's talk about some more Phillies in the WBC because we know you're a Phillies guy. We've got the background on you there. And one of the biggest surprises to me has been Dante Nori. I hadn't heard the name before the WBC, as I feel like that happens with a lot of guys who, prospects come up playing for these different countries. Team Italy with Dante Nori, dude, making a splash as we're recording this, 5 for 7 with 2 bombs. And just 21 years old. So I'm curious, Rory, as a Phillies fan, what year do you expect Nori to crack the big leagues?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. The outfield's open right now, right? They got Brandon Marsh. They're entertaining Justin Crawford. Phillies have not, developed an offensive product in quite some time. Alec Boehm's kind of really the only person right now, and, Phillies fans want him gone. So I wouldn't be shocked if it's 27, but it might be for another team.
2027, and I think I saw the umpire out of the corner of my eye there, Rory. I think you may have balked on that answer, gone a little bit over the timer. I liked your answer. I think that's a great timeline for him, but unfortunately, we're going to have to get a little bit of an interruption here to implement a balk challenge. And for those who maybe skip past the intro, Rory is a broadcaster and is another guy who's been in a college dugout. So really excited to ask him a few different balk challenges here today for you fans who have seen all of them. And Rory, if you're ready, I'm going to go ahead and reset the clock right here. And as you know, I warned you, as soon as I finish the question, the clock will be hot and it'll be your turn to give as many answers as you can in those 15 seconds. Do you think you're ready?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. So the first one here, believe, what did you play in college? Were you a pitcher or a hitter?
Both slash player.
Both. All right. Well, hey, here's the question. There are 7 possible answers that you can name in these 15 seconds. Rory, I need you to name off as many ways to get to first base as you can, starting now.
A walk, hit by pitch, single, strikeout, drop three. Man, was that 4 or 5?
That was 4. Yep.
I don't know.
All right, there goes the timer. I'll read them all off to you. We'll have to rewind the tape to make sure you got the official number because I know we're going live here, so it's a bit fast. But we've got base hit, base on balls, hit by pitch, error, fielder's choice, drop third strike, which I know you got in there, and then catcher's interference, which I know we missed. So I believe you got 4 out of the 7, which I think you might have missed base hit, Rory.
I said single, I think.
Oh, did you say single? Okay, maybe
Yeah, yeah,
maybe it was the verbiage that threw me off. But I was like, I don't know if I heard him say hit in there. But all right,
yeah.
that was a good first challenge. You're the first person that has been the victim of that question, so we'll have to see how well everybody else does. But I think 4 off the rip is going to be a really solid number because, especially when you're not seeing it, I don't know if anybody else can relate, but I used to do this one as a Sporkle quiz when I was in high school, not paying attention. And when you could write them all out, it was a lot easier to figure out which ones you were missing. So props to you for getting 4 of them right there. Excited to move on. So finishing up the Dante Nori. Now I want to talk about Kyle Schwarber. Had the great home run against Great Britain, kind of gave U.S. their first and last lead in that game, really set the momentum off in that inning. So I'm curious, do you think he's going to have the opportunity to outperform that moment in October this year?
Hmm. It's tough. It's tough because he is actually a really slow starter in the playoffs. In the NLDS with us, he's not been the best. He's had a 182 average in his career in 20 like 6 game or 23 games. Only 5 home runs. I don't think so. I mean, it'd have to be pretty big.
Just before the clock there, I agree. I think it's going to be pretty tough because these WBC type moments just resonate in people's minds for so long. With this being only 3-4 years, I mean, like I still remember the Trey Turner home run, and I mean that was kind of my last question to you. Did he get snubbed from this team?
It's tough. I mean, Bobby Witt's such a good player, but I would have loved to see Trey at least, make the team, kind of put him in that spot that Gunnar Henderson is in right now. Every other day you could throw him anywhere. Just because he was Captain America last time, I would have, loved to see him be there for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think that'll wrap up the Phillies and the WBC talk. But I mean, any last words on either 3 of those guys? Because I know I just threw 3 pretty hot questions at you. And I mean, I'm a big fan of Trey Turner. I'm a Dodgers fan, was a fan, big fan of his short stint in LA. And it's been cool to see him play well with the Phillies. But yeah, it was interesting to see him not make a return to the team.
Yeah, no, they're all good players. I'm hoping that, Bryce Harper has his own moment. He should be getting, good fastballs, at least from some of these more talented teams, when they're playing Mexico and Italy next, just because he has Aaron Judge behind him. So hopefully he can have his own moment, right up there with Schwarber and Turner.
I like it. All right. Last question on the show for you here today, Rory. Got the WBC final coming up. We got a few rounds prior, but we've definitely already seen a lot from all of these teams. We've already seen a few eliminations as well. So who do you have in the final, and who do you got taking it home?
Just looking at the bracket, it's tough. I want to say U.S. versus Dominican Republic. I think Japan really regressed. They don't got Otani pitching. They don't got Sasaki. I don't even think they have Ime from their 23 team. I don't know if it's going to work that way in the bracket side of things, but I want USA to win versus DR.
I think that would be the most exciting final as well, with the emotion that the DR has been playing with, the star-studded lineup. You could make an argument the 1 through 9 is better than USA. I mean, when you're having the guy that we called out, Junior Caminero, hitting in the 6 and 7 hole, it's pretty scary when he's having 5 RBIs a game.
Just looking, 1 through 9, I give a 5-4 advantage to the DR. In my right, it'd be 5-4 US, just because the swing there is Bryce Harper versus Vladimir Guerrero. A lot of MLB fans would say Vladdy. I'm a Phillies diehard. Obviously, I'd say Bryce. But no, it's pretty close.
And the pitching staff for the U.S. is exciting this year. We've got, as we're recording right now, it's still up in the air whether Tarek Skubal's going to make another start. That could be huge for the team and just extending some of those arms till the end. But hey, another NL East member, Nolan McLean, may be getting the ball for the final start. So that could be really cool too. Another young guy getting the ball for USA early. That could be a really cool start to his Team USA career arc if he decides to keep coming back. But all right, that was our 3 topics for today's WBC little bonus episode, Rory. As always, we pass the mic back over to our guests for any final words after all those topics. We know sometimes maybe you've been thinking about some of your takes for the entire show. Any last words to the audience?
Yeah. In just regards to Nolan McLean, I think he's gonna have a big start coming up against Italy. They're 2-0. They're playing pretty well. I think that'd be pretty cool. And in any world, you'll see Nolan McLean in that finals game, whether he's starting or coming in relief of Scooble. So that's gonna be the benefit of Team USA against either team they play. I think it's four horse race, DR, Japan, and Venezuela, obviously with the USA mixed in.
All right. Well, hey, it's going to be a fun tournament to watch conclude. I can't wait for the ending. Can't wait to see who wins. Japan has really owned the WBC history so far. So let's get a new winner in there. Let's get a new crowned king. All right. Well, that was this pitch clock for today. Rory, thank you for hopping on. If you're trying to find more pitch clock content, look us up YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, TikTok. We're all over the place. And if you want to join, you want to get your voice heard here on the pitch clock, take on, man, hey, Rory will tell you, man, sometimes you get sweaty when this clock starts going, dude. You never know when it's going to stop, but it's a fun time every time. So let us know if you want to join. That was today's pitch clock.